How y'all doing? I hope you are doing well. They added sound effects. I'm getting echo. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. We're live with the Dan Show. Dan and Minnie's Journey, to be exact. It's Friday evening here in the Philippines at 6 p.m. You're probably preparing dinner for the kiddies. Tim Desiak in the house. Nicole, Diana Cañas. Helium is here. Lorraine Pajadas. Miss Nay 87 is here. Lorraine Pajadas. Marasi is here. Oh, let's give a jacket to you. Add as moderator. There you go. Now looks like you belong. Ravinder's here. Welcome in, Moelma. Jalen Velarices. Charmaine is here. John 13 in the house. Hello. Delaney, Nicole Farr. Yep, we're gonna give away some GCASH tonight. You're in the toilet with Dan. They finally added these sound effects. The StreamYard, even the free version. That's amazing. Anime for 19 months. Thank you so much. Yana Ringside, thanks for being here. Rodel Jean God is here. Y'all here to win some money. 19 million people in the house. All right, let's get this show on the road. Pause that. Get over here to comments. Wow. We have been getting smacked around by earthquakes left and right. Haven't we? Oh my God. I think Anime, didn't you guys get smacked around by an earthquake today? Wasn't there a 6.1 in La Union, something like that? I believe so. And we had a 5.6. We were like this. Whoa, here we go. Okay, Tim. Well, what I was going to talk about is my experience with earthquakes. But before we do that, Diosa Mariana, welcome in. We're going to go ahead and do an early pick, right? We're going to do an early bird, the early bird draw for 333 pesos. We're going to get one done right off the bat. So you guys pretty much know the rules, right? Oh, you didn't feel the earthquake in Taguigi. Oh, I thought you might have felt it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. When I put start in the chat down below next to our channel name, you guess a number between 1 and 35. You only get to guess one time. Are you ready? And if you're the first one that shows up in the chat with the number I select from the light bulb, then you will most likely win the money. So when you see start in the chat, you may start guessing. Only one guess, the number between 1 and 35. Mom She Dang is here. Rona Cease in the house. Choose a number for me between 1 and 35, but only one guess. 20 people in the house, I should only have 20 guesses. None of this Ninja Channel and all this other stuff. It's too complicated for me. My brain is very simple. I'm a simpleton. Des Channel is here. Des, give me a number between 1 and 35. Revender, you're such a character. All right. That should be enough time. Madeline Reyes is here. I'm going to, Perry Shaylee is here. Now I'm going to play stop in here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop guessing, please. Uh-oh, ads. I got ads. What about you guys? You guys got ads on your end? Stop guessing. So wherever it appears in the chat. Hello, Sir Dan. Menge's here. AB Cindy's here. We're already having a good time, aren't we? All right, let's pick a winner. There it is. The light bulb is on, but nobody is home. Miss Mensch in the house. All right. I've taken the lid off the light bulb and I am pouring a number out. And I got it. It is number 17. 17. Do we have a number 17 in the house by chance? Did somebody choose number 17 for 333 pesos? Minis, no. What do you know? Des, are you serious? Des, did you choose number 17? Congratulations, Des. You won the first pick of the night. Congrats. We've got 2 more to go. And then also, I'm doing something special, Special. You're welcome. Hey, congratulations. We're going to do 2 more picks for 333 as we go along here, but I'm going to be talking about earthquakes. You might be interested in what I have to say, maybe not. But part of the reason why we're getting slammed is because of these magnetic storms. And so, when you get these sunspots on the sun and it blasts all this energy towards Earth, stuff starts to happen. And also all these comets that are floating around, all these comets, they came out of nowhere, right? And we're trying to track them all. I mean, there's a whole bunch of comets, and all that creates energy waves that affect our chances, apparently, of getting earthquakes. As many of you know, South Texan Jerry is here. So, as many of you know, 90% of the earthquakes on the entire planet, they occur right here in the Philippines. I don't know if you were aware of that. So if you're lucky enough to be born and raised here, then JC is here. Hi, Jason. You end up getting an earthquake slammed at you sooner or later, most likely sooner, because 90% of the earthquakes in the world happen right here along this Manila Trench or whatever they're calling it. No one is safe from death and destruction. No one. As a matter of fact, someone pointed out to me, I think it was my brother, who recently was a visitor here. Glenda is here. Hi, Glenda. Team Market. And he pointed out that the Philippines is they're in a constant state of trying to kill you. And that is true, as far as I could tell. It's simply stated, right? But it is true. The Philippines is constantly trying to kill you with a flood, a typhoon, earthquakes, landslides, and all sorts of assorted disasters, right? So that's why Filipinos have a smile on their face, even after death and destruction, right? They have a strong constitution. They've been growing up having to deal with all this stuff. Tim says, I've not felt any earthquakes in my area in well over 2 years. Whoa, you're so lucky. You're a lucky guy. All right, I was about ready to say, I'm going to gift someone these earbuds today. And we're going to do it the same way by pulling a number. So I don't know what the brand name is. It's a B, like Jolly Bee. Let me see if I can get this in front of the camera. Letter B, it says. These, I'm sure they're nothing special. These are the things that, these are brand new. I never used them. And they're the freebies that they give people, when you buy a new cell phone. So I just wanted to show you. They've never been in anybody's ear. They're brand spanking new. I never used them. But here's they come in this cute little packaging. Packaging is 90% of it. Anyway, we're going to draw for those, and then you'll have to send me your address. Don't worry. I'm not going to come to your house and throw eggs at your house. Unless, of course, you live right here in Bye Bye City, and I might show up and throw eggs at your house. So everybody will have a chance to win these, which means that when we get to this part, Des, you can have another shot at winning these earbuds. These are those Bluetooth activated. I really don't know too much about this technology. Filipino people are waiting for an earthquake, hoping their credit is lost at the Sorry store. And that does remind me of a story. It reminds me of a time I was hanging around. Let's see, this is before, by the way, before meeting Minnie, right? Yeah, sure. That's what everybody says. Before wife, right? BW, before wife. Anyway, these were free, and I'm going to be giving them away free. I'll mail them to whoever wins. You just have to send me your address, and then tomorrow I'll head down to the LBC and drop these in the mail to you. But you have to send me your address, your phone number, all the stuff they require, right? So these will be a freebie giveaway right at the end of the show for people that stick around to the end. That will be your gift. Nicole, skip the ads. What the heck? I give you my permission. All right. So let's see what we're going to talk about. Earthquakes. So I come from California. We have earthquakes in California. Even though the past 20 or 25 years or so, they've been fairly lucky. But all this rocking and rolling and shaking is reminding me of the earthquakes from my youth. Now, I said I was going to do a video on this, right? But here's what the problem that I'm having. I've only got maybe 3 minutes of video in the can talking about all the earthquakes that I've known. But the thing is that I cannot get through it. And the reason why is because I keep trying to gather up old newsreels and pictures of the earthquakes I've been in to show you what it was like growing up being Dan. And unfortunately, the only way they could get a lot of that footage is to purchase it or to steal it. And so the more that I steal the video clips and things like that, the worse I start to feel. So I have 3 minutes of stolen video. Oh, I probably could claim the Fair Act or whatever it's called, right? I could probably claim, I could go into USGS probably and grab some stuff, and they would not copyright me, but it's so much work in editing. I decided that I would just talk about it right here and right now, and this will be your earthquake video. So I'm not going to make it a very long story. All I'm going to do is tell you what I remember about some of these earthquakes. And so you can get an idea that I have not myself escaped. I've escaped death by earthquake, but I've not escaped being in earthquakes for very long my entire life, right? So even though this is standard, operating procedure for me, how to protect yourself from an earthquake. when what occurs, they're still very, very scary. And I noticed that this has affected my sleep a lot, because I wake up, but what I discovered is whenever I wake up at a certain time and I check the volcano earthquake application, I find out that we had an earthquake at the time that I woke up. So I thought I was just waking up because of anxiety, but I'm actually waking up because we're having aftershocks from some of these earthquakes. I can't even tell which one was an aftershock and which one wasn't. We're having so many of them. So anyway, I want to talk about the first one that I can recall, and then we're going to stuff the pig. Okay, so the first one that I recall was on February 9th, 1971. I was living at the parents' house, age 14 or 15, getting ready to go to high school in La Puente, California. It was known as the Sylmar earthquake or the San Fernando earthquake, and I believe the magnitude was something like 6.5 or 6.6. I think there's still a little bit of debate about what the magnitude of this earthquake was. So here, I was one of those special people that woke up about 10 minutes before the earthquake hit. I don't normally get up so early in the morning. This earthquake hit about 6 a.m. on February 9th, 1971. So what I ended up doing is I get up, and I'm kind of, lost because I said, oh, dang, I'm up early. The whole house was still asleep. No one was up, not even my father, my mother. They were still sleeping. I get up and I head for the kitchen. I grab a bowl of cereal and I'm sitting there. And at 5:59, the house starts to shake. And it is shaking like crazy. And I was eating my cereal. All of a sudden, I stopped. And the thing that I remember about this is praying. That's what I remember. I'm not a very religious person, but it amazes me how you come to see God all of a sudden in times where you need him the most. I figure it can't hurt, right? So, you have a friend that lost 1/3 of his water in his pool. Well, it started shaking and I started praying, saying, God, please don't take me now. I'm Catholic. I'll never forget this for as long as I live. Right? I've always had a fear of dying by having something drop on my head. Right? So I started praying, saying, God, don't take me now. I'm Catholic. And when the shaking stopped, I was propped up against the corner of the small kitchen, looking up the ceiling. When the shaking stopped, I said, thank you. I think I'll go to church on Sunday. That's the reward for saving me. And then, of course, next thing I know, the phone's ringing, and my dad, who was a telephone linesman, he's getting a call. I believe this was the earthquake where he ended up going into the San Fernando Valley to reestablish all the communication lines. If I'm not mistaken, we did not see Father for a couple of weeks. It was either this earthquake or the Northridge earthquake. So my memory, it's a little bit fuzzy. So that was the first one. The second one was several years later, right? I'm sure there were a lot of earthquakes in between, but I'm talking about the ones that I remember, And the ones that I remember, they are far apart from each other. I don't really know why. And the fuzzy memory is also bugging me a lot. The fuzzy memory about these earthquakes, where I was and what I was doing, escapes me as I get older. But this one was the monster of all earthquakes in California. Larice is here. Hi, Larice. And this one was a 6.9. And people will remember this earthquake because not you, because you weren't even born yet. People my age will remember it because it was October 17th, 1989. And it was the start, I believe, of the World Series between the Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants going on in Candlestick Park. And I believe it was Al Michaels that was doing the announcing. Now there's a strange but interesting Sacramento connection to this earthquake, right? First of all, now we're going 400 miles to the north or 500 miles to the north. The first earthquake I was in was February 9th, 1971. And the next one I remember is the one that occurred, the Loma Prieta earthquake, where the epicenter was in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Larice, thank you so much for being a member for 16 months. We truly appreciate the support. Always, always, always. It also, I believe, was MLK Day, if I'm not mistaken. So it was also Martin Luther King holiday, birthday celebration thing. Not a national holiday, I don't think. But it was a Monday where the LV, 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 LV. You're number one, not number two. Don't ever change. Never, ever, 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 ever. Let's see. I missed a comment from Tim. Let me go back and see what that was. Dan, that was when a friend lost his pool water. Oh, I got it. Hey, did he lose his pee water, though? That's what I'm more interested in. So anyway, yeah. The stress, the stressors that you don't think that you're affected by these earthquakes, but you most certainly, I mean, I am. A lot of people, they're walking around, oh, it's just another earthquake. Hollow block falls on your head. You know what I mean? No. The stressors are there. They are there for me. I can only speak for myself. And I could tell you, they're definitely there. I'm edgy. I'm on edge. I'm angry, easily, riled up. You know what I mean? Things like that. No matter what I do, even if I try to calm myself down. Manalyn is here. And so the second one was Loma Prieta. That was a 6.9. And check this out. This was in rush hour traffic. So I was doing sales in the Oakland Bay Area. I had just made it over the bridge into Oakland, the Oakland Bay Bridge. And I'll remember that I'm coming off Hagenberger Road, kind of like the same exit you would use to get to the Oakland Airport, because the warehouse was located close there. Claire is here. Claire, the moment I met you, I swear. So here we are coming around off Hagenberger Road into the warehouse. I was dropping off my paperwork, and then I was in a hurry to get home. Now, I know you don't know the territory. You could look it up on a map later. Crystal is here. Des, always a winner. And I'm zooming down the freeway after I drop off my paperwork, and I'm heading towards the East Bay Highway 4. Because at the time I was living in an apartment, a small apartment in a place called Antioch, California. And so I was racing down the freeway, the I-80. Now I was a little bit hot-footing it. And I get off at the famous Fruitvale Avenue because, as my usual routine as I'm heading home, especially if I'm in a hurry to get home, but I will take a shortcut to Highway 4. But on the way there, I realized that I'm going to pass my favorite Chinese restaurant, which is on the corner of Fruitvale and East 14th. Yes, Fruitvale Station. So I hop off the freeway and I jump into that parking lot. It's a strip shopping center where my favorite Chinese restaurant is. I'm going to grab some Chinese food. I haven't decided if I'm going to grab it to go because I was in a hurry, or if I'm going to wolf it down and then jump back up the street, head over to Highway 4 and head towards Antioch, California, Northern California, East Bay. So I no sooner jump in there that a waitress says, "Hey, Dan," I was a regular there. So they said, "Hey, Dan." Everybody called me, "Hey, Dan." Viana Cañas is here, and Irene Irish, Miss Nay 87 in the house, South Texan Jerry. So what ends up happening is that she comes up to me, "Dan, did you hear about the earthquake, man?" the Cypress portion of the Nimitz Freeway, the I-80, collapsed on top of each other. So we had a double-decker freeway in this part of Oakland. It was called the Cypress Street exit. And it sat right on top of each other, and it came crashing down just like pancakes. I mean, it pancaked one on top of the other, and several people were killed. Several people were killed, and several people have to be rescued. And I remember thinking to myself, holy crap, had you not decided to get off at Fruitvale and hit the restaurant right on the way home, that would have been the end of Dan. So you see, the earthquakes have tried to get me a couple of times. So that was back in 1989 on MLK Day. 6.9 earthquake in the San Francisco Bay Area. It actually was in Santa Cruz Mountains. Loma Prieta, they called it. And I was thinking, man, oh man, this has got to be once in a lifetime event. It has to be. It has to be. Folks, Piggy is hungry, so let me grab the pig, if you don't mind. Ooh. The pig is here. I don't know if I'm going to move the camera for this piggy or not. I'm just going to, let's see. There, you can see the piggy slot. So we got a piggy slot here. You don't have to be looking at Piggy's face. You know he's smiling. Oh, you had tickets for the baseball game that day. Do you remember when Al Michaels, he went straight from broadcasting the World Series to broadcasting the death and destruction of the earthquake? I think he was something like 12 to 20 hours on the air straight. Did not take a break. In a moment, I'm going to tell you the Sacramento connection. But we're going to stuff the piggy. All right, pay attention. You'll have to. I got all kind of change. I'm just dumping it in there. We're going to do this real quick. We're just going to do this real quick. We'll put a couple of those in there. You can't hear it hit the bottom anymore. There's so much cash in there. Here's some of those old 5 peso coins in there. We'll put some of those in there. I got some more coin over here. I really don't even know what these are, what the denomination is. They could be foreign coins for all I know. I'm just gonna stuff them in there. And I got some bills. Again, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this. I'm just going to show you I'm putting money inside here. And this will be it for the piggy for today. All right. It is getting full, let me tell you. And I'm full of it too. All right. So here's the connection. It is the strangest thing, right? So Sacramento connection is that the satellite truck that had been rented out to broadcast the World Series came from Sacramento. The guy owned like 2 trucks. One of them he rented out for the World Series, and the other one was sitting in the parking lot, right? Here's what ended up happening after that earthquake. Radio, television stations, and everybody and their mother nationally came to him and said, we need a satellite uplink. He was the only guy in the area that had the satellite truck in place where he was able to uplink to the satellite within seconds. So the entire earthquake and the aftermath could be brought to you live as it was happening. And so that's why Al Michaels ended up staying on the air for so long. And that's why all the local TV stations and everybody else have video on this. They were all able to go out there. They were able to buy uplink satellite time from that the truck that was in place. And he ended up becoming rich off of this. I mean, rich. And of course, the other satellite truck that was sitting in the parking lot, if I got this story correct, Melanie is here. Melanie Calapayan from Caridad. He drove himself to San Francisco and he rented that out with a satellite uplink. So he was making money. I mean, this was not inexpensive. This was not an inexpensive adventure. He was selling satellite time for whatever the market would bear, right? And people were clamoring to buy the time so they can get this earthquake. World news, right? Live on the air right then and there. So yeah, I see ads here too myself. Yeah. So I mean, that's the story with that. So that was that earthquake. The next one. The next one happened. Let me see. The next one happened in 1994. It's interesting that I'm hanging around while all this stuff is going on, right? So I was being chased around. We're going to get you, Dan. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. You cannot escape. When the Green Reaper comes to get you, you cannot escape. I know that now. The next earthquake was the Northridge earthquake, January 17th, 1994, 4:31 a.m. in the morning, a magnitude 6.7. And in this one, it caught me in bed. And I believe I tried to piece this together. Oh, I got to tell you a story. Oh, Tim said he was long gone by 1994. Manolyn hanging in there with us. Rona Cease enjoying her life. So here's the thing. Here is the thing. I had returned back to Southern California, and I believe I had. That was a period of time where I had purchased a couple of businesses, and my brother was helping me out, and we were living in an apartment in Placentia, California, Orange County, when this one struck. And this is all that I could remember of this earthquake, and I don't know why. It's one of the troubling things. I could make it up as I went along, first year college. By the way, when I returned back to college, I was something like 37 or 38 years old. Tim says he was in Korea at that time. So I don't remember much about that, but I had a lot going on in my life. And then I'm going to go through the rest of them fairly quickly because there are quite a few of them. The next one happened in the Napa Valley, August 24th, 2014, 3:20 a.m. I think that was a magnitude 6.0 in Sacramento. That was the Napa Valley fault, and I do believe that was the first one that Minnie had experienced in California. So we were quite a ways from it, but this fault had been inactive for such a long time that people had totally forgotten that it was even there. But if the big one's going to happen in the valley, if the big one's going to happen in the San Francisco area, it's going to be this one. They predict the Napa Valley fault. Then we have, to bring you current, the next big one, again, almost 10 years later. You see a pattern here? There's sort of a pattern. Okay, Davao de Oro, February 1st, 2023, 6:44 p.m., magnitude 6.0. The one after that, Butuan Masbate, February 16, 2023, 2:10 a.m., magnitude 6.0. The one after that, Northern Cebu, Bogo City, September 30th, 2025, 9:59 p.m., magnitude 6. Now, what a shaker. What a huge earthquake. Huge. Was that 6.9 or 7.4? LV, member for 19 months. Thank you so much for the support, LV. And then we've been getting slammed around by all kinds of little earthquakes, aftershocks in between. The one October 10th, Davao offshore. The one offshore, 7.4. Wow. And of course, we had one today. We've had a whole bunch of them in the meantime. We've had a whole bunch of earthquakes in the meantime. We had the one today, which shook us up. Oh, you're meeting talks before you go to Pangasinan. Oh, I wish I were going. It's all my fault. We're stuck here. I decided to build this other house, and so we're all stuck here. Oh, we had a 6.4 quake a few years ago in Koreatown, and I hear that there was a 6.1 today in La Union. Is that true? Jerry, do you know anything about that? 6.1? Anybody chime in? 6.1? So far, I haven't seen anything show up on YouTube or Facebook. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but I think there should be stuff up. Right? All right, let's draw. 37 minutes and 7 seconds in the live stream. Let's do number 2. No. That's a fish kiss, Mike. You know that's her special fish kiss when she twists her lips like that. I can't do it. I tried to do it. I just look like a fool. Tox looks a lot better when she does it. Yeah, there was one in Surigao. Huge ones. 2 of them back to back. There were like 2 or 3 back to back. They didn't even seem like they were aftershocks. They seemed like they were primary earthquakes. All right. You haven't heard about that one. Yeah, they got hit up there. They got hit. I don't know if anybody felt anything. I don't know exactly what the epicenter of that earthquake is. I'd have to look it up on my app, but I'm not sure. All right. So now, folks, you know the rules. You pick a number between 1 and 35, but don't pick 17. Why not 17? Because Des already picked that number as a winner for the early bird stream pick. She was the early bird and she was the winner, number 17. All right. When I put start in the chat, pick a number between 1 and 35, but not number 17. When you see start next to our channel name, you may start guessing a number. Should start appearing any second now. 34 million people in the house. You only get one guess. One guess, please, only for a winning prize of 333 pesos delivered straight to your GCASH. However, the rule is you have to send me your GCASH number. And you send it to me on a separate line so that all we have to do is copy it and paste, and I can get that money to you quickly. Des was the winner. All right, I'm entering the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. I'm going to mess up one day. I mess up every day. What am I talking about? All right. Everybody has selected 22 came up a lot. Oh, that's Ravinder. Okay, Ravinder. Let's see if this dumps out a number. Hey, I got one out, and it is number 12. 12. Do we have someone here with the number 12? Number 12. Do we have a winner? Let me see. Let me see. Number 12. I can't see it. My heart is in the way. What? Who, who won? Who won? I'm all mixed up. Who won? Marisi? Did I say that right? Marisi? Marisi Pala won with number 12. Can you post a link how to get a hold of me, Anime? Can you post my Facebook so that they know where to send their GCASH number? I appreciate that. Maybe you already did it. Ma race won. 333. And you'll have to send me your GCash number to my Facebook chat messenger, if I don't already have it. All right, we're buffering. That's because the internet has been up and down. It's been up and down. It's been up and down. Yeah, so here's the thing, I will feel, I'm very sensitive to the earthquakes, right? So I will feel the vibration, the motion. I'll get dizzy. I'll have the biological reaction. I'm very in tune with Mother Earth, not Mother Earth, Mother Earth. And so I will feel it. I will feel it. And I also have, not only do I feel it, but I have it's not a sixth sense, but I'm very good at premonitions about things. Not premonitions, but what do they call it? Not predictions, right? Intuition. I have good intuition, right? And so I can feel things sometimes before they happen. And I also get the schizophrenic voice in my head from time to time. Oh, it has been. Yeah, they're having some kind. I think this whole thing with the magnetic storms is also affecting internet, data service, and of course, it's going to affect cable television and the rest. Chow Ram is here. How are you, Chow Ram? So far, we've had 2 winners, and the third one's coming up. But don't leave so quickly because we're going to be also giving these away today. These are these earbuds, Bluetooth earbuds. I don't know how they work. Let me show them to you. They're kind of cool. I got them as a free gift from the Oppo people when I bought my Oppo 11. They don't even make this phone anymore. Tell you how old this is, right? And these are brand new, but I probably had this phone already for the better part of a year and a half. All right, so here you go. Do you want me to? I hate touching them because I've got dirty fingernails. But look, here's their earbuds, right? I don't know much about them. I don't use them. Maybe I should, right? Now, next week I'll be giving some stuff away too. Yeah, I'm getting rid of all my junk, but it's not all going to be brand spanking new. I would just like to point that out. Some of the boxes I probably robbed parts out of, and so I just want to move some of this stuff out, right? Because it's cluttering up the place. I have things like a headphone, microphone, call center apparatus. I don't even know what it is. That's one thing we'll be giving away next week. I got a TV, a TV box that converts your regular TV over to a smart TV. Those are huge, Dan. Thank you. Why, thank you, Mike. They don't look that big to me. I don't know what's the big deal, This is what they look like, I don't know. They're free, you know what I mean? They're free. It's Christmas time. Look them up online. They're called Letter B. I don't know what they're worth. I don't even know if they have a value. They could be just giving them away for free. I don't know. Yeah, so I've got a few things like an Amazon box, a 4K I don't even know the stuff that I got, but it'll convert your TV over to a smart TV. And I got this thing too. This is going. This is one of the other things I'm giving away next week. I have no idea what you use this for. I've played around with it trying to figure out how the thing works. It looks kind of cool. I just don't know how to make it work. See that? There are parts missing out of this. You'll be mad at me probably. If you win this, you're probably going to be mad at me, but because I know there are parts missing, but they're probably parts that you could buy, at the an ukai or a sorry store or an electronic store somewhere. I don't really know, but it's free, and plus I'm paying for the shipping, right? So, what could possibly go wrong? It's free. All right. What are we doing now? 4609, and I guess I'm running out of steam, so we'll go ahead and there's so much stuff there's so much stuff to give away, I'm telling you. There's so much stuff to give away. All right. It's all around me. If you guys saw it, you guys would be like, "Dan, you're a pig." You are a pig. You have so much junk everywhere, and it's all true. It's all true. All right, let's go. The last 333 prize. Third round, round number 3. Pick a number between 1 and 35 when you see me place start in the chat next to our name in Command Central, down there in the chat. When you see start, you can start guessing a number between 1 and 35. Only guess one time, but don't guess number 17 or number 12 because we're just going to laugh at you. Why? Because those numbers have already been chosen and they are out of play, as well as the winners are out of play. Wait. I missed something important. Tim said something. What? Good news, everyone. My girlfriend got her diploma on Wednesday, majored in science, technology, engineering, and math. Whoa, rocket scientist. Oh, that reminds me, though. I want to share that the engineer stopped by to take a look at the house. And he says everything is looking good. He offered up compliments on what a good job the guys are doing, but also gave us a few tips. And so tips are a lot better than him saying you need to tear the whole thing down and start all over. All right. Congratulations to your girlfriend, Tim. I thought you had several of them. I thought you were stringing several honeys along. Just joking. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me. She wouldn't appreciate me saying that, I'm sure. All right. Here we go. When you see start appear in the chat, take your best shot at guessing a number between 1 and 35, but not 17 or 12. That will not be a winner. When you see start appear, you may start guessing. There you go. It's coming up. For 333 pesos, will we have another quick winner? Just like that. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Now, I just wanted to say that I will be doing that video that I promised. I had to put a video up because it's been a week. It's been probably 10 days or so. So I put up that update on the house building. But I want to do a video on some of the most interesting stuff that people will do, that women will do in particular, in order to get clicks. And yes, I said clicks. And I mean, it just cracks me up. But it works. But there's one in particular that was getting 200,000 and 300,000 views when they first started. And they're tanking now. And we might talk about why those videos don't have longevity. Of course, I will say this. I will say this. And that is that I'd rather be the micro channel. I mean, if you think about it, even if you're getting 100 or 200 views like most of us, that is a lot of people. I mean, think about it. That's a lot of people. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't want to get 1,000,000 or 2,000,000 views per video? Come on. Come on. But when you're on the bottom, the only way that you could go is up, right? All right, I'm entering the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop guessing. 39 million people in the house. All right, let's see if we have a winner. And it is number 8. No matter which way I turn it, it's number 8. Let's see if we have a winner with number 8. I'm waiting to see if we have a winner. I'm looking all over the place. What? Who won? Lorraine Pajadas? Who won? Lorraine? Congratulations. Lorraine is the winner. That's fantastic. Send me your GCASH. Make sure you send me your GCash number, everybody. Lorraine, make sure you send that. I appreciate it. I just want to be able to point and click. Okay, Jaylyn is here. Balato. Okay, I'm lost. What does balato mean? All right. All right, you guys. Is it barbecue time? Yes, it is. She's been saying, are we going? I don't know if we're going or not. But first, before barbecue time, remember, I got to give these away. All right. Now listen, on this one, we're doing it the same way. It's very easy. 17, 12, and 8 are gone. So it's going to be a number between 1 and 35. Jay Lynn's having a good time. I could see that. Larice is having a good time. All right. So that means it's a number between 1 and 35. And you could win these if you guess the right number, right? So wait for me to put start in that chat. Maris is here for a chance to win the Bluetooth earbuds or whatever the heck they are. 31 million people are hanging around. They want a chance at winning these. So let's give it a shot. When you see start appear in the chat, start guessing a number between 1 and 35, but not 17, 12, or 8. Here we go. Here we go. Start guessing. Ramel is here. Thanks. Methinks. Miss Mensch. Girly Senna has guessed. Jaylyn has guessed. Things are slowing down. I guess people don't need these things, I guess. All right. So as long as all of your guesses are in, then I'm going to place the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready? 1. Christmas is coming. You could win these, and if you don't want these things, you just give them away to somebody else. Regifting is very popular in the Philippines. Regift it. All right, let's pull a number out of the hat. All right, and the winning number is 20. Read them and weep. Number 20. 20, 20, 20. There you go. 20, number 20. Did anybody win these things? Did anybody choose number 20 for the earbuds? No winner. Oh, so it's going to be like that. Okay, let's go again right away. Let's go again, but don't choose the numbers that have already been called. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, commercial, commercial. Dang it. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. All right, here we go. I got messed up here. Now I'm buffering. I don't know what to do here. All right. Am I back live? Am I back live? All right. When you see start in the chat, start guessing a number between 1 and 35. Do not choose 17, 12, 8, or 20. Here we go. Start guessing at will. Looking good. It's looking like everybody who wanted to take a shot at winning them has put their numbers in. Placing the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop guessing. Krishan J is here. Krishan, what's going on? See how he did that? I made it rhyme. I always do that. Okay. All right. Let's see if we got a winner. 5705 in the live stream. We're looking for a winner for these earbuds. We're in the 20s again. Number 25. 25. 25 right there. 25. 25. Do we have a winner at 25? 25. Hello, kitty. My kitty is here. What? Are you serious, Des? Did you win? That's great because I don't even have to mail these, We'll just I'll just drop them off to you or at a friend's house. Des is the winner. Congratulations, Des. That's pretty cool. All right, Des. So you can send me a text. Maybe you want to win. Maybe you want to meet. Maybe you're going to be in bye-bye, or maybe Jason is. I can hand them off. That'll save me a couple of bucks trying to mail them to you, right? There they are. Des is the winner, and she's a neighbor. I'm not exactly close by, but close enough. Because I know we're going to be taking another trip to Ormoc really, really soon. All right, let's see if Ma'am Minnie is here in the house. Hang on. Ma'am Minnie, are you here? Minnie. How did that cough switch work? Did that work okay? Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Come on in here. Mike wants to know if we're going for barbecue.
Sir Mike.
Are we going barbecue?
How are you? Good evening.
Are we going to go to barbecue?
I don't know. You said that you don't know.
We don't know, but we probably are. All right, everybody. See you on the next show.
Congratulations.
Take care. Have a good Friday evening.
Have a good night.
See you on the next one. Bye, everybody. We're out of here.